What can we do here to get me in more of a snappy news? Ooh, this is one I wanted to hear. Maybe this will wake me up a little bit. Chris D'Elia crying on his own podcast. Did you hear about this? They woke me up this morning with this information. Now, did we find video on this one yet, or is this audio only?
He hasn't posted it on his YouTube yet, so it must be like an early episode for his fans.
I have a conspiracy theory. I think he's afraid to post this one. I think he doesn't want, because he's always constantly, it's like 10 times a day with Chris D'Elia where he's posting video, right?
But he has been retweeting people congratulating him on how brave he is.
Oh, yeah, let's read one of these tweets. Ben Laria says, a new side of Chris D'Elia on today's Congratulations pod. Really special stuff, man. We're all here with you and for you. If it's possible, I'm even more excited to see you on 1013 for the hometown show. Okay. Wow, look at this. I couldn't tell if he was crying for real or whatever. It was weird. A guy should never cry. Oh, okay. And Chris D'Elia says, bro, no one should cry. LOL, are you in 1952? Wow, so Chris D'Elia apparently had a breakdown on his podcast. He started crying, and now he's getting in a fight with this guy who's making fun of him. I can't wait to hear the crying. Let's go to the audio at least. 4553 on the Congratulations podcast with Chris D'Elia. Does anyone know what he was crying about? Hopefully he'll fill us in. 4553. Let's find out here. Let's turn the Kevin Gates off. Make sure we revisit that song for the new music show.
This episode of Congratulations is brought to you by the Cash App. You know the Cash App. It's the simplest way to instantly send money to friends. It's also the #1 app in finance, but it didn't get there on payments alone. These days, Cash App...
Our Cash App...
getting work as an actor...
Okay. Won't let me fast forward without playing. 4553. Let's get there. Sorry, I just had to funky little player here. 4553. Chris D'Elia crying. We're almost there. Okay, let's lead into it.
Like your comedy, this is so David Brent, but like your comedy fucking has helped me get out of depression and shit. And I've had like dark times, and it really, sometimes your stand-up and your podcast has pulled me out of it and helped me out of that. And I wanted to thank you, and I was wondering if you knew that. That it happens. Now, that's fucking, I'm not trying to, obviously I know how it sounds, but my point is that I actually, as stupid as this fucking sounds, like, I don't think of that because, you know, I've been depressed before and I've had problems, but I don't think about comedy really as an escape. I think about it as my life, you know? I don't turn on a comedy when I want to fucking escape. I don't want to escape. My life is generally good, and I'm not usually depressed. But he said that, and between that and the weight that I've had this past week, it made me cry. And I'm crying right now a little bit, but...
Ew, so this is all over one of these... And by the way, these emails, you know, and Chris D'Elia shouldn't still be overwhelmed by these things. I used to get these things in 2004. Mike, your podcast helped me through some of the toughest time. We know. You shouldn't be so excited about that. As an entertainer... If you're broadcasting to more than 25 people, okay, you're going to get one of these emails at some point of your life. Mike, your show, seriously, Mike, your show got me through some of the toughest times. Even Josh Denny has gotten one of these messages. Surely. Patrick Melton, Louis J. Gomez, Anthony Cuomo. We've all gotten them. At this point of your career and at this point in this day and age, you shouldn't be bringing those emails up. You don't need to congratulate yourself and tell others. Can you believe that I'm getting people through tough times? Here's what's happening, by the way. There's millions of people going through tough times. There always is. So, they've got to listen to something. And whatever they're listening to at the time is going to get them through the tough times. That's what entertainment is, whether it's a song or a podcast. So whatever they're listening to while they're going through their tough times is getting them through their tough times. You know, it doesn't mean Chris D'Elia is unbelievable, but he's actually taking this in and sobbing as if he's some messiah. Okay, let's back that up. Just hear a little.
You know,
piece of
I've
that.
been depressed before, and I've had problems, but I don't think about comedy really as an escape. I think about it as my life. You know, I don't turn on a comedy when I want to fucking escape. I don't want to escape. My life is generally good, and I'm not usually depressed. But he said that, and between that and the weight that I've had this past week.
What weight? I want to know about that.
It made me cry, and I'm crying right now a little bit. But,
wow.
I'm trying not to, but it made me
crying over another man's penmanship. Can you imagine that? Some letter, which, by the way, is like a stock email to me. Yeah, someone in the chat says, Mike is disgusted by people trying to express how much he means to them. IMAO. Not disgusted, but yeah, it's like you shouldn't, be congratulating yourself. That's part of the job. Yeah.
If everyone who emails you and says that they hate you and you don't take those seriously,
exactly.
you also can't take the people seriously
there you go.
who say they love you so much.
You know, every time I get a positive email or a positive comment, the first thing I do is I go see who it's from. I treat the positive ones just like the negative ones. You get a negative comment, immediately you go see, you make sure the person's white trash just like you thought. Okay, good. Then you can move on. And I do the same thing with the positive ones. Someone sends me a great email. Mike, I just want to let you know I think season 17 has been fantastic so far. And I'm like, oh, it's rules. Then you check him out. Oh, he's retarded. Well, and then you keep score of that mentally in your head, and you hope you want the positive ones to be non-retards and you want the negative ones to be retards. That's what you're looking for, okay? So Chris D'Elia, you got to use that logic too. You can't just eat up all the good ones and then bash all the bad ones. It's not how it works.
Cry a little bit on stage because it just made me feel really fucking good. And I wanted to thank that guy on the podcast too for telling me that, because I didn't think about that way. I didn't think about it that way.
You're helping people. You're changing the world. You're coming. Fuck this guy.
It made me happy,
Wow. But that's what I mean. Like, this should have happened to you 30 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, this part, you shouldn't be experiencing this as an entertainer right now. I can't believe I'm actually helping people. I mean, I think I didn't even feel this way in 2006 when I got my first one. Oh my God. It's a wonderful feeling, but you should be so over it by now. Yeah, that's the daily thing now. It should be daily.
And I never thought
he's taking a moment
about it truly in that way. Because I just go on stage or I fucking do this podcast and I just fuck around,
Damn.
And it's fucking fun as shit, It's fun. I do it. I say this before, and I stand by it. I don't do comedy to make you laugh. I do it to make me not cry. And
wait, what? I don't do comedy to make you laugh. I do it to make me not cry. Lock him up! What kind of psychopathic thing? Is that what he just said? He says this all the time? I don't do comedy to make you laugh. I do it to make me not cry. That's an unbelievably, terrible thing to say.
And I guess it was ironic that it did make me cry in that moment, and it's making me cry now on this fucking goddamn comedy podcast. And that really fucking made me think, man, the rest of the weekend. because of the fucking shit that I'm going through.
The fucking shit that I'm going through. We should queue up right after this. We should show him that clip of him with Bert Kreischer the other day.
Yeah.
Remember that one?
It's in the notes.
Oh, it is?
Of course.
Great. Chris D'Elia. Oh, yeah, Bert Kreischer. Okay, I want to hear this, and then we'll show you. You're not going to believe the audacity of this man.
Because of what he went through and how what I did pulled him out of that. And I started thinking about guys like Will Smith and The Rock and how they're role models and how
Oh, my God. Yeah, you're right up there with The Rock and Will Smith. Two light-skinned, sweet men. This is unbelievable. So he fixes himself a role model now because one invalid... By the way, if you're a fan of Chris D'Elia, you're psychotic to begin with. If you're emailing Chris D'Elia about your depression, and this is why it's like, how does Chris not understand this? You know, it's like, that's all well and good, and I'm glad maybe you have the moment privately to yourself, but think about how crazy and how much of a loser this guy is who's emailed you about his depression. He's emailing you, Chris D'Elia, about his personal problems and saying that you fixed them.
And that's also the reason that these people turn on their favorites so easily is because they're so personally invested in them, like they're your best friend. So that if they say one little joke or something that they don't like, then they hate you.
And this is clear. It's like the guy is deranged who wrote this email. And I'll tell you why, because it's like, if I'm sad or if I'm depressed or something like that, I don't start contacting the content I'm watching during that period that makes me feel better and thanking them. You know what I mean? It's just bizarre. You know? It would be like, man, I was so hungry for weeks, and then I had a steak at this restaurant. I just wanted to write the restaurant and tell them, you know, how they fixed my hunger. This is just incredible. Thank you so much. It's none of the restaurant's business. And it's not the content creator's business to know what kind of problems you were going through while, you know, listening to the content. Who cares? You know, just move on with your life. You got to personally write Chris D'Elia? No, that's just so you could get some attention from him. That's why you're writing him.
Yeah, that's what I meant, so they can feel like they're friends with him.
Exactly. So it's a deranged email, and it's deranged to share that email with people, to brag about how you're a role model like The Rock.
But that doesn't mean stop sending
That doesn't mean
nice emails
stop.
about
Of course,
me.
we still need to know.
We want them.
We crave them. Just kidding.
I feel like I'm entering this new phase in my life where I'm an adult. You know, I'm not 40 or anything, and I always imagine myself as a kid. You know, because you're never as old as you feel. I mean, you're never as old as you're not as old as you're as old as you feel, I guess, right? And my dad said he still feels fucking young in his head, and he looks in the mirror and he sees fucking Dracula or whatever the fuck with gray hair, however old he is, 70. He looks in the mirror and he's like, that's that old version of me that I never thought I'd be. But I do feel like I'm entering a new phase in my life. I want to be a
new phase, you say? Changes. Comedian changes. A new phase, a new day. Chris Rock, Will Smith, Chris D'Elia. Comedian changes. Just unbelievable. Okay, wow. New phase. Comedian change. Let's hear some more.
I want to be one of those guys. Or I look up to those guys. And I don't want to be one of these fucking, you know.
Spit it out, Chris.
I want to be, I guess that guy. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I want to be a fucking somebody that.
A what?
I guess people don't just. I guess I want to help the world, is what I'm saying.
Yeah! He wants to help the world. Comedian changes. Every week here at Redbar. That is unreal. I guess I want to help the world. So he got one fucking email about how he got him through this depression. Now he wants to be the next Kanye.
Plus, he's rich. I hate when rich people complain.
This is...
I guess that guy. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I want to be a fucking somebody that I guess people don't just. I guess I want to help the world, is what I'm saying.
Wow. And this is what happens when this comedian narcissism reaches a certain point. You know, they get to this point where, okay, they're not getting fulfillment anymore from it. They get it. Okay, people laugh at them. That's great, but it's not filling that void. So now they get it in their head that they want to change the world and that they're ready to change the world. With what? Your awful live reads for the banks? You know, what are you changing the world? Start on your podcast here. Changing the world because one sick kid had a few laughs. You know, some confused kid. This is really, really disgusting here.
Not just in the comedy way. And I didn't think about that. I didn't really think about that until this past weekend. Anyway, shit, man, should we do some Twitter questions or what? Here we go. This is a good question.
Okay. I can't wait till the video version of that comes out. In the meantime, let me show you this. Chris D'Elia was on Bert Kreischer's show, talking Grand Slams. The two boys sitting around, and D'Elia is still talking about his little Logan Paul adventure. Check this out.
What? You have no problem calling out haters.
Dude. You made your bed. You made your bed. Once you type something out on the internet, it's for everybody, man. That's how the goddamn internet works.
Yeah.
And you better fucking believe it's how it works for me, dude. I type something out, millions of people see it. You've got 80 followers, you type something out, I see it, and I retweet it and respond, and now people are mad at you. Have a taste of how it is.
Damn.
Enjoy, baby. Oh, you did this. You made this.
Oh my God, I almost passed out.
Dude, I'm not the bad guy here. Dude.
I saw one last night.
Bert Kreischer with his fake laughing at this. Yeah, I hate how Bert's sitting too, Torm. Yeah, Bert likes to be ultra casual on his show. It's kind of his thing. He likes to sit Indian style on his couch with no shoes on. You know, there's a great part. I hope we get to this part today. They're going to talk about how this man cave was built. This is another room with reclaimed wood stapled to the walls. A nice crooked angle. I always love that when somebody likes the cameras on a wicked tilt. No need to level that sucker out.
He should do it from running on that treadmill.
Yeah, he's got the treadmill in the shot, which completely ruins the shot. Almost everything in this shot is of the same tone. You've got brown, 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 gray, gray, gray. And look at that. Just a nice brown, gray mashup of junk.
Yeezy.
Yeah, this is very Yeezy season.
1,000 people?
Yeah. That one was kind of just like a cute, subtle one. But like, dude, when people are like, dude, people fucking say this, you got to be better at promoting your shows. I didn't know. And now it's sold out.
Yeah.
The fucking 2,000 people figured it out. I don't have to be better at all. There's not a seat left.
Okay, Bert, it's not that funny.
The shit that people try and make you, or when, this is fucking stupid. Why'd you post this on Twitter? That's what Twitter's for. The fucking stupid shit that you don't have to pay to see. Mm-hmm. This is free.
Sounds like they're getting to you, Chris. Sounds like you're a little bit overwhelmed with everybody's opinions.
Send. Oh, you don't like it? Don't come to a show. Don't fucking follow me. You know?
Yeah.
I don't have, you know, people are like, why do you wait? First of all, people are like, why do you waste energy? First of all, it's funny. It's fun for me to do.
Oh, dude, I've watched some of yours. I've watched some of yours.
Yeah.
The slam.
Yeah, you fucking Grant. That's another thing that took
Logan
off on the podcast.
Paul.
Yeah.
Dude, I commented on that.
Yeah, no, I saw your video. I fucking got a lot of hits. That was good.
Dude, well, I commented on that.
Comedians talking hits. And look, Chris is going to take a nice drink of water to get into his Logan Paul thing. At this point, if I were Chris and this Logan Paul thing kept bringing... I've got enough with the Logan Paul thing. That happened months ago. I'm over it. Logan Paul has done probably 700 or 800 different giant events in his life, and Chris D'Elia is still sitting around talking about the one time him and Logan Paul got in a Twitter beef.
He called you out the other day saying how great you are.
Yeah. I mean, I think that.
What was that? What was that about?
I don't know. I think it was just like, dude, who cares? What are you gonna have? What are you gonna have? Beef?
Yeah.
Real beef?
Yeah.
You look at these rappers. It's like, dude, they were like, hey, Drake and Meek Mill made up the other day, and then people were like, big famous people were like, it's really cool to see him squash the beef. What, dude? What, man? These are fucking 30-year-old something odd men that like are upset with each other and rhyme about it, and you're happy that they squashed their beef? Dude, get a fucking hobby. It's so ridiculous, bro. It's so ridiculous.
Is that funny,
I'm
Bert?
happy that Meek Mill and Drake squashed their beef. It's good for the culture, dude.
Okay.
Doesn't even make any sense.
No, shut up, Chris. Let's hear him brag about himself.
Something else. Oh, it's so ridiculous, man. Beef is so fucking ridiculous, man. I think that's what Logan Paul was doing. I gave him a grand slam, dude. He came to Denny's and I
give him a grand slam. He came to Denny's. That's bad.
And he tried to do it back, and whoever you think fucking got the best of whoever, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It was fucking months ago.
It was you.
Seems
it was
like
so
it really
enjoyable.
Matters to
yeah, it
you.
was. But also, like, this is what I do. This is what we do. He doesn't do that. Wow. I don't know why he was, quote unquote, entering the octagon.
Ooh, entering the octagon. That's what it is. If you want to tell a comedian off, beware. You're entering the octagon. Only comedians, only stand-up comedians, by the way, who go on stage are allowed to burn people and school people. By the way, if you're concerned with schooling someone, you've got mental health issues. That should be none of your concern. You shouldn't want to school people anymore. That should be over. Shouldn't want to be sick burning people. It's really not cool.
I don't know why he was, quote unquote,
the
entering
octagon.
the octagon,
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you do that shit? But whatever, it was fun. I think he doesn't care.
How much hate did you get from his fans?
I mean, it's...
Did you even look at it online, or were you just like...
Yeah, I mean, you can't look at all of it. It was so big, dude.
Really?
It was so big, man.
Like,
I would walk down the street and people would be like... It was like I did the Tonight Show in 1988. It was like,
real?
hey, man, fucking good job on Logan. I was like, what? It was like some mom. It was so big, dude. It was crazy.
Really?
Yeah, it was so... Dude, it got more likes than anything Donald Trump has ever tweeted, and he's the president.
Wow. So this is what you're cataloging in your mind? This is what you're concerned with? It got more likes than Donald... Who told you that? Did you have to figure that out yourself? Did you go and compare? And look at Bert. Ooh, that many likes? I would love to have that many likes. Ooh.
Can't wait till Kanye takes away all the likes.
Exactly. Kanye brought up this idea where he goes, we shouldn't have follower numbers or likes. Wouldn't that be great if they took all that stuff away? These guys would be crushed. It really is. All they're concerned with is how it's interpreted by the general public. Who looks better? Who's got the most likes? Who's got the most views? Look how excited Bert. It got more likes than Donald Trump. I would kill for those likes.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's insane. It was insane. I mean, it was a while ago at this point, but it was just insane. It was insane how big it was.
That was, I mean, it was so insane. I think Halston brought it up to me, and we watched it live, and I enjoyed it live. And then all of a sudden, someone hit me up and like, "Yo, that has like 700,000 views." Mm-hmm. I was like, "Wait, what?" Yeah. I thought it was just you and him. I didn't know it would be as big as it was.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was the kind of when things go viral, it's interesting because it's definitely a timing thing. Like I did this Eminem thing, the Eminem impression thing.
Oh my God! Yeah.
And I think the reason it went very viral, I think it was because his album came out.
His album,
you know
came
what I mean?
out.
You have to hit it at the right time.
Dude, and then I watched people try to emulate. I saw that and it kind of bothered me.
Well, it's always cringy when they do that, but I think the Logan Paul thing was it had been long enough that dead body thing happened where he filmed the dead body in the forest.
Yeah.
People hated him for that. But people also had this
he's sweating up a storm there. You see those pat stains? Disgusting. Okay, that was Chris D'Elia with Bert Kreischer on Grand Slam. Wow, that's even the title of the clip. Chris D'Elia talks Grand Slams with Bert Kreischer. Oof. I can't wait till that video of that cry comes out. I really think he's going to skip putting that out, right? He doesn't want to show that to the world.